It was a Tuesday night, just like any other. Dinner simmered, the TV buzzed, and my brother was deep into his video game. Suddenly everything went dark. The hum of the fridge stopped, the TV blinked out, and my brother groaned. The power was out. We scrambled for flashlights, our home now a maze of shadows. It's strange. One moment our world is bright and alive, the next, silent and still. We depend on electricity for almost everything, yet rarely think about it, until it's gone. That invisible force is delivered by the power grid, a vast interconnected system. When it works, we barely notice. When it fails, everything stops. That night, as we sat in the dark, I wondered, what does it take to keep the lights on? There's a whole team of people in technology working non-stop to make sure our world stays powered. The outage reminded us how fragile modern life can be. No heat, no food, no connection. The grid's guardians, engineers, technicians, problem solvers spring into action the moment something goes wrong. After an hour, the lights flickered back. The fridge hummed, my brother cheered, and life resumed. But I was left curious. How does electricity travel so far, and how is such a complex system managed every second? The answer is a story of engineering, technology, and a delicate dance to keep everything balanced. Let's explore this hidden world together. Where does electricity come from? Think of it as a river of energy, starting at a power plant. Power plants generate electricity in many ways, burning fuel, splitting atoms, or harnessing wind and water. No matter how it's made, the goal is the same: create a powerful flow of energy. Once generated, electricity travels hundreds of miles to reach us. This journey begins on transmission lines, those giant wires strung between metal towers. To travel far, electricity is stepped up to high voltage, like increasing water pressure in a hose. At a substation, the voltage is stepped down to safer levels, ready for neighborhoods. Substations are like distribution centers, sending the right amount of energy to each area. From there, electricity travels through smaller wires, on poles or underground, to our homes. Before entering your house, it passes through a final transformer, lowering the voltage to safe levels. Then, it flows into your home's wiring, ready for you to flip a switch. This journey happens at nearly the speed of light, powering your world. It's a non-stop process, invisible but essential. All of this is coordinated to keep your lights on every second of every day. How does this sprawling system avoid chaos? The answer: control centers, the grid's brain. Operators sit before walls of screens, monitoring every power line, plant, and substation in real time. Their main tool is SCADA, Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition, a system that lets them control equipment remotely and gather data from across the grid. They can open switches, reroute power, or adjust generation with a click. Live data streams in, showing what's working and what's not. Alarms alert them instantly to problems so they can act before anyone notices a flicker. These operators are highly trained, working around the clock, running drills for every emergency. Their job: keep the grid balanced, safe, and reliable. Without them, the grid would be chaos, a silent orchestra with no conductor. How do operators know what's happening everywhere? Sensors, tiny digital spies, are scattered across the grid. These devices measure electricity flow, voltage, and temperature, sending real-time data to the control center. If a transformer overheats, a sensor alerts operators instantly so they can act before failure. This proactive approach prevents blackouts and keeps the grid healthy. Another key tool: smart meters. Unlike old meters, they track your electricity use every few minutes and send updates wirelessly. Utilities get a detailed real-time picture of demand and can spot outages instantly. No more waiting for customer calls. Smart meters and sensors turn the grid into a responsive two-way network. They help pinpoint problems fast, speeding up repairs. This technology is transforming the grid from a one-way street into a smart, dynamic system. The result: faster fixes, better service, and a more resilient grid. Tiny devices, big impact. The grid's biggest challenge: electricity can't be stored in bulk. It must be made and used at the same moment. Supply and demand must match perfectly, every second. Grid operators monitor demand, which rises and falls throughout the day, low at night, high in the evening. They use computer models and weather forecasts to predict usage and direct power plants accordingly. Some plants run constantly. Others, called peaker plants, fire up quickly to meet sudden spikes. The SCADA system compares generation and consumption in real time. If demand jumps, say after a big TV event, operators ramp up supply instantly. It's a non-stop balancing act requiring vigilance and split-second decisions. This delicate dance keeps our lights on and our world running. Balancing the grid used to be predictable: burn more fuel, get more power. Now, with solar and wind, things are trickier. We can't control the sun or wind. Solar panels and wind turbines generate clean energy, but their output can change in seconds. A cloud passes, the wind drops. This variability makes balancing supply and demand harder. Operators rely on advanced forecasts and fast-reacting power plants to fill gaps. Large batteries are changing the game, storing extra solar or wind power for use when needed. These battery farms charge up during surplus and release energy during shortages. Smarter grids and storage make renewables more reliable. The challenge of clean energy is driving innovation, making the grid smarter, cleaner, and more resilient. The future, a flexible grid that adapts to nature's ups and downs. Renewable energy is reshaping how we power our lives. As the grid gets smarter and more connected, it faces new threats. Cyber attacks. Hackers could target control systems, causing blackouts or stealing data. To defend the grid, operators use digital barriers, air gaps, firewalls, and strict access controls. Cybersecurity teams monitor for suspicious activity, ready to block attacks before they cause harm. These experts are digital detectives, always on guard. The smart grid's promise, cleaner, faster, more reliable power, comes with the responsibility to keep it secure. Protecting the grid is a team effort. Engineers, line workers, and cybersecurity pros working together. Thanks to them, when you flip the switch, the lights come on, safely and reliably now and in the future. In the